Hello and welcome to Board Game Gumbo. Today we're unboxing Moonshine Empire by Barrel Aged Games. This is a competitive game for 1 to 4 players that plays in about 60 minutes. So Moonshine Empire is a pick up and deliver style game. You're going to be playing as different characters, trying to both distill and then deliver moonshine to various customers throughout the swamp, which is the game board here. So again, each player will have sort of a starting area you can see in the 4 corners of the board. And from that starting area, you have your camp. Your camp allows you to create moonshine of different potencies. And then you're going to put them into different vehicles and move them around the board to deliver them to the people who want them. And obviously the goal of the game is to deliver the most moonshine. And the person who does that will sort of take over the moonshine business in the area. Each of the vehicles in the game are different. They have different move speeds, different rules for how they move, as well as different occupancies. So you can number of people you can have in them, and also the number of moonshine that you can carry. And then you're going to be playing through a total of 8 rounds in the entire game until you're going to determine who the winner is. So we got some punchboard here. So these are the different sort of hexes that you will get added to the main board. These are just little events. So this one here is you meet a kid who wants an airboat ride, and you can basically give him an airboat for $100. So it's an extra way to make money. So you can see that there's quite a few of these that create different events around the board that you can go and accomplish. These are sort of your distilleries. So this will be where you set up in your camp to distill the different type of moonshine. And then you have tokens for the moonshine itself. They do have different ratings on them. So single, double, or triple X for the potency of your moonshine. So again, more punchboard here. I do like that these sort of moonshine tokens, as well as having the different number of X's on them, are also different color. It just makes them easier to see on the board, because these tokens are a little small, not too bad, but it's nice that, you know, there's a easy distinction between those two colors. You can see it really easily. So here's our board. All right, so we have our round tracker, I believe, here on the side. The center space, which is where you're going to be delivering moonshine mostly. These outer spaces is where those event tokens will be. So you'll just kind of place them out like that, and then flip them over when you discover them or try to complete them. We got sort of our starting camps for the different players, and then a little reminder here on how much different types of moonshine will generate you. The rest of the box, we've got a little organizer here. So a nice spot to keep all your different pieces. And you actually see that they've imprinted where everything goes. That's nice, so I don't have to think about where they want me to put everything. It's already marked out. We got our meeples. So these are interesting looking meeples. I haven't seen these before. They're little plastic meeples, but you can see that they've got a little gap built into them, and that's so that they can hold their moonshine. So these little meeples will actually carry your moonshine for you when you make it. We got a little score sheet just for the end of game totals. Quite a few sheets there, and they are double-sided. We got a little. So these look like the player screens. So again, just little reminders of how much different things cost and what the different tiles on the board mean and how you score at the end of the game. And then you have character boards. So again, just to keep track of your customers, upgrades, your character itself, the ones that you've completed, gives you a turn structure, and then how the different vehicles move, which is obviously pretty important. We've got some plastic storage bins here, and this is how you are going to keep track of your delivered moonshine. So as you deliver moonshine, you're going to put them into your little crate here, and obviously they will score you points at the end of the game. So just a nice little touch there, and obviously they are in the different player colors. Here's all of our different vehicles. So we've got airboats. We got our airboats here, and these meeples actually have a little spot on the bottom so that they will sit in there and not go falling out. I also noticed that the little cardboard tokens fit really snugly in there as well. So you're not going to lose anything as you're playing. Here's some ATVs. Again, it's got a spot to put your little guy. We've got little rowboats. And finally, we've got our Jeeps, I guess. And obviously you can see that there's spots for 2 meeples in these. So you can hang out with your friends while you're delivering moonshine. We've got some other pieces here. So the cubes just represent the players. These are randomly drawn each round to determine player order. So that's why you have those. And then we've got some, it looks like sheriff meeples, probably trying to track you down. We got some gator meeples. That's like an Aztec gator right there. That's a scary looking gator. We've got some cards for money. Very nice of them not to do paper money, because if there's one thing I hate, it's paper money. So instead we got little cards. Decent quality, not anything outstanding, but functional, and obviously in different denominations. And then what else we got here? We have 2 decks of cards. So it looks like, so these are auction cards. So there is, let me see, there is an auction phase in this game where people can bid on different things. These cards will come up each round, and then you'll have basically an auction phase where, you know, if you win it, you get to choose to either get an airboat or an extra meeple. This one you get an ATV and a rowboat. So this one you actually can get money. So I guess if you bid less than 50, you're coming out ahead on that one. So again, just pretty straightforward, all the different mechanics in the game. This one's cool. This one lets you, if you win this one, you get to move one of the order tokens into a different spot. Upgrades. So you get to steal stuff from other people. So a little bit of take that. And then, so we've got customer cards. These look like just little reminders. Yeah, little cheat sheet cards, which this is on the back of your player screen. So I guess it's nice to just have another version of it. Rules for the solo mode. We've got customers and challenges. So challenges. Looks like these are world rewards. So objectives, essentially, that you can complete for extra points. If you've done these by the end of the game, you get the points on them. Customers are going to want a particular type of moonshine, and then they're going to give you something in return. And I believe these are character specific. So like you would be dealt a certain number of these cards. These aren't like communal. You can't steal them from other players. And then the last thing we have are characters. So there are characters, different characters you can play with. They have extra powers on them. They have different starting resources. So a little bit of asymmetry in this as well. And that's it. That's everything you get in Moonshine Empire. I'm going to put everything back together because when you have something, especially this organizer looks nice, I want to make certain that it actually fits everything nice. So I will do that real quickly and be right back. So yeah, this is a really good organizer. I got everything back into it really easy. There's a spot for everything, even for these hex pieces. This hex organizer is a little loose, and you're not going to be able to sleeve these cards, I don't think. But other than that, it's really helpful. Everything has a spot. You know, I got everything into the little organizer grate, and it just slides back in there. Little worker pieces are easily going to fit back in here. There's extra room in case, you know, they do an expansion or you want to add stuff of your own. Maybe you want to replace the money cards with something different, you know. So all in all, I quite like the way the insert works out. It's very nice. But anyway, that is everything you get in a copy of Moonshine Empire from Barrel Age Games.